wonderful sponge and go right into my foundation. And you're gonna see me just start to, work it into my skin. And I like looking at myself in the phone rather than the mirror over here. You see it just start to transform. Make sure you get your eyelids and under the eye, because you may have to use less concealer than you think, right? I mean, just look at that beautiful complexion already. Come on. This is the beauty of pro foundation, my friends. Stop with the filler liquid crap that's out there, all right? So it's like I look forward to doing my makeup every day. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Anyway, so you just bounce and bob into your face, get under the eye and the eyelids, because you want to get the veins on the eyelids, start creating your nice canvas, and bring it down your neck. Don't forget the neck, okay? So now I'm gonna go in and give it another twist, and I'm gonna repeat the process on the other side. Do you see the difference? Do you love it? Say wow down below if you could see a difference and if you're wowed by that. I mean, look at how fresh, it's not oily. It just looks like second skin, basically like an airbrushed look. Come on, people. I actually love working with two foundations. I'll use one that's my skin color and one that is a couple shades darker, because then you can contour, put some, color, like depth around the face. I'll do that in a different video. But right now we're focused on the teen collection, because this video is about fast and minimal. Okay, so I want you to imagine it's you. You're getting ready to go out. You need to quickly get your face on. You could stop right here and just throw on some mascara, right? If you got some good eyebrows already, throw on a lip gloss and a mascara, and now you look like you slept, especially for you mamas that aren't getting sleep, right? We want to look like we slept. Okay, so now that's the first step. The second thing is to go into a concealer. Okay, so in that collection, you get two concealers, one to correct with, which means your blue bags, your redness, your pimples, whatever you're correcting, that's a corrector. And then a brightening one, something that's gonna brighten you up and make you look alive. Some people just need one shade of concealer. And if that's you, then I suggest you get a concealer that is the lightest so that you can highlight with it, or you get the darkest concealer so you can contour with it. So that's up to you, that's your choice. So basically the palette comes like this. You get your corrector, your brightener, and your foundation, but you can ask me, the expert, and I would tell you exactly what you would need. I would never refer something that is like a waste. Even if this collection wasn't for you, I would steer you away from it. All right, so I'm gonna go into correcting first. So I'm gonna go into concealer number 3, and I'm gonna get some on my ring finger. And like I said, focus as if this was you. I want you to imagine that this is you and you're in a, not a rush, but you don't want to do a lot, okay? You don't need a bunch of brushes. Your fingers are going to be your best tool, okay? And all I did was I took the corrector and put it to where I tend to be a little sunken in or a little purple. And then I'm gonna go into the brighter shade, which is gonna be the second one. And now we're gonna like liven ourselves up. So those of you that follow me, you know that I teach you not to do the big triangle if you're older or have a lot of wrinkles. Instead, you wanna focus your concealer on the inner part of the face to start to add light. And then you wanna bring it onto the eyelids to act as well, first of all, you wanna brighten on the eyelids, but you wanna create a canvas for your eyeshadow, because these particular concealers are waterproof and wax-based, so they act as a primer. And don't forget the inner sockets. And then I like to get under the nostrils and like the outer corners of the mouth where we're aging and just brightening, okay? So then what I like to do is you can, if you don't want tools, you just use your fingers and start to tap it out, right? Because body heat is gonna be the best. So this is for if you don't wanna spend the money. You can also go into your sponge to use the pointed end, because remember we use the flat end to spread out the foundation, and then we use the pointed end to get into these tighter areas. You can also use this pointed end to contour with, okay? So again, I'm concentrating on showing you how to have less tools or less product, etc., etc. So what are you guys thinking so far? Are you getting some learning already? Yay, Arlene's caught me live. Hello, hello. Hi, Dolores. Okay, So that's your canvas, right? So now the other thing that comes in the collection are 2 eyeshadows. So for this particular video, I'm gonna use number 40, Taupe for the Best. It's a nice taupey color. I'm gonna use it on my eyes, and I'm gonna use it on my brows. And then I'm gonna use number 41, it's a pale pink, to build up a bigger lid, because I have hooded eye, so I wanna create an illusion. You know, like say that's not for you, you can always go with the shimmer as your second eyeshadow, so that you could put that on your lid and then also use it as a highlighter. All right, so really put thought into those 2 colors that you're gonna choose. So I like to do my brows first before doing eyeshadows, because your eyebrows are what frame your face. So because I'm gonna be using that shadow, which is highly pigmented, as my brows, I'm using a brow brush, and what I'm gonna do is spray it with the setting spray, so that I'm gonna create like a gel type liner, okay? And also it's gonna lock it in, because that setting spray is a 16-hour wear. So what I'm gonna do is just lightly build up the brow, just like so. And if you mess up, you can just clean it with, you know, some concealer, so don't be afraid. I find that using eyeshadows on brows or brow powders are more forgiving on people that either just have great brows and you want those grays in the brow to cover, right? Because you don't, not everybody wants to use a gel liner or a pencil to cover grays. So this is what you would do. You would spray your angled brush and brush the brow powder or the eyeshadow to cover those grays. Or maybe you got great brows, but you just got some sparse areas in there. This is great to do that. Or just say you're horrible at doing brows and you don't know how to work with a pencil or a gel brush, gel liner, then this is gonna be your friend. You can even, I'm gonna show you a dry way. So now I'm not gonna spray the brush, I just dabbed it in. And you could do something like this. Just color back and forth if this is too bold for you. You go in dry, and what I'm doing is I'm brushing intentionally back and forth along my hair to create a diffused brow. So can you kind of see the difference? So like this is more diffused. Boy, do I need an eyebrow wax. This one is more bold. So I can even make this more bold by wetting the brush again and cleaning up my line. And I'm just gonna get a little bit more, and then I can define it. So when you do that, you get that more bold look. So can you see the difference of the 2? So that's softer, and this is sprayed with the setting spray, okay? So now what I wanna do though is just make this a little bolder, because I can't go to work with 2 different eyebrows. Absolutely not. So I'm just gonna get this in. So far, can you hang with this, right? This is easy breezy stuff. Say hello when you guys are jumping on. If you are a replay watcher, please say replay in the comments. And if you're finding value from these videos and you're learning, I'm gonna ask you to share the video and then put the word share in the comments so I know that you shared it and I can thank you. All right, so now we're gonna go to the eyeshadows. So what I like to do is set my eyelids with a setting powder, okay? So if you are getting the teen collection and that's important to you because you have, you know, oil, you want to control oil, you want to prevent creasing under the eye, then what you want to do, let me just press this in, is choose, for your powder option, you would choose the translucent setting powder. Okay, so then that means if you wanted a bronzer or a blush, then you would have to add that onto the collection, okay? So me, I have to set it because I just like to have all this in the T-zone stay nice and matte, okay? So then what you need for the eye look are just 2 brushes. A small packing brush that's going to pack on color, and a long blender brush which is going to diffuse and blend. So you can definitely catch my last video where I did an in-depth eyeshadow look on hooded eyes, and I showed you the importance of the brushes and blending and when to pack and when to pack and when to sweep. Okay, so make sure you catch on those. Thank you, Dolores. Thank you for sharing, honey. Hi, Amy. Hello. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is take the small packing brush. Again, I'm going with a matte eye. I feel like matte colors are very forgiving on older women, okay? Because you're not accenting crepiness or wrinkles in the eye. And what I'm gonna do is start in the center, and I'm gonna go past my natural crease to start to build a illusion of a bigger eyelid. Again, I went into an in-depth lesson on this on my video that I did on Tuesday, and that's titled eyeshadow, a soft smoky eye for hooded eye. So that's it. So I'm gonna repeat the process on the other eye. This one I can't close Like this one, I can go like this and close it and open. This one, I can't do that. So what I need to do is actually lift up my lid and squint. See, we all got problems, right? Even the makeup artists can't even do this side. There we go. So I'm just kind of going a little bit higher. Now what I'm gonna do is take the same brush, but I'm gonna clean it off on my towel that's on my table, go back into that number 40 shadow that I used in my brow, and I'm gonna tip my head back. So when you have hooded eyes and that heavy skin, you wanna tip back and find the spot underneath the bone. So see how I'm pushing it in? And basically what I'm creating is like a vintage eye, okay? This is timeless. It is not trendy. It looks good on everybody. It's just two colors that give your eye dimension, and it's a classic look. Actually, I love doing the dramatic vintage eye on brides. I think it's stunning with like a bold lip, whether if it's like a berry or a pink or a mauve or a red. Oh, it's such a beautiful look with like a winged eyeliner. Oh, so classic and gorgeous. So now what I'm gonna do is take my blender, which is the longer hair brush, and I want to soften that line because we don't wanna have some floating line up in the crease. That would look really weird, right? So see how we're creating a nice shape? Again, easy breezy, right? Easy breezy. And I love that I now add these videos that I'm doing here on Facebook. So if you're new to watching me, make sure you tap the screen so that you see the follow button come up and click follow, because every Tuesday and Thursday around 11:30, I come live on Facebook to do a makeup lesson with you guys. And then what I do, because of many requests, people were tired of trying to find specific videos of mine on Facebook. And then, you know, if they were too long, they were trying to scroll through to try to find the part of the lesson. So what I do now is when these lives are done, I actually edit them in a editing program. So I take all the talking out, like all the nonsense in the beginning, and you just get the lesson part on YouTube, and I upload those to YouTube. So if you're excited about that, say yay. So I'm gonna tip my head back. We're poking in, trying to find that bone right there. And we just do this windshield wiper motion. I'm telling you, you cannot mess up if you're pressing in. Look, I'm gonna come in for drama, okay? Look, here's the bone. You'll know when you find it. You gotta go under the bone. You wanna make the lid look bigger. So see how I'm doing that? You can't mess up. Then you switch to the longer brush, and then you just do this windshield wiper motion. And you know what? It's better to blend than add. Blend than add. Blend than add, because this way you don't do too much. So now I'm gonna add a little bit more. So I'm gonna, again, go under that bone. We're repeating the process. And again, I would be done already if I wasn't on live teaching you guys. So this is a very fast look. You can pack some lighter color on your lower lid, and then you can get this in your bone, brow bone area and call it a day. All right. So then what I like to do is clean off that brush, that same brush, go back into that same color I did on my lid, right? And re-go over it now up to that area. So we have a nice big eye. Are you guys liking this? Are you guys liking this? Give me a hell yeah. There we go. And then I take some of that and just tap it into the brow bone. So again, so far we use two eyeshadows for the brows and the eye, okay? You can even use that shade now. I'll just show you, just because I love you guys. You can go into that brow shade and contour. So this way that you can pick your one powder in that teen collection. Could be your blush, or it could be your translucent setting powder, right? So if you did that, then you just brush it in. So now you kind of did a multi-task with that shadow. Is that genius? Okay. But I'm going to show you with a bronzer, because I think everyone needs a bronzer in the summer. I told you this was a spring look, right? So this is number one. I like this bronzer, number one, because it has a slight shimmer to it. And then all the other colors are matte. So if you're not into that, that's fine. There's matte shades. So this is the same as this one, just with no shimmer. So that would be bronzer number two. But I want to go into bronzer number one. I like, if you're only going to choose one brush for the face, if you can only afford one brush, it would be this one, because you can contour with the sides you can apply blush with the flat and blend, and then you could take the highest tip and do your shimmer to highlight with, okay? So we're gonna tap some off, and what I'm gonna do is just repeat what I did on this side, but in a circular motion all along the hairline and jawline, okay? So again, this is, hey, I don't got really that much time to do my makeup. I don't want a lot of steps. I don't care about, all of that. I just want to look refreshed and revived and put together. So then these would be the colors for you, or the collection for you. Obviously, skin tone, hair color, eye color, all of that plays into it. So that's why I suggest before you do anything that you reach out to me to help you pick out those colors if you're not really good at that. So I'm taking a smaller brush and taking that contour color right in there, and I just want to bring it down underneath, just so to open up the eye a little bit, okay? So now we did that. So now it comes with a lip gloss, okay? The collection comes with a lip gloss. So again, you get a foundation and 2 concealers, you get 2 eyeshadows, and you get 1 powder. It could be bronzer, blush, or translucent setting. And you get a lip gloss. And for the lip gloss, I love, love, love this shade. It's like almost gone. It's called Faith. It represents or mimics my natural lip color with a tint of color. And because I got like no lips and I got these like lines that are starting to form, I want to create fuller, voluminous lips, okay? So this to me never goes out of style. This will take me into spring. Love it, love it, love it. So now obviously in this collection, this is exactly what you get, okay? Now, if you wanted to add on eyeliner and mascara, that would be additional. Obviously, I want mascara, but you can use whatever your go-to favorite is. And then I highly suggest the primer spray and the setting spray, which I'm gonna set my face right now. Look at that color. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm gonna take the setting spray. So now if you're on a budget, obviously you don't have to buy the big setting spray and primer. We have 2 ounces. You can travel with these if you're flying. You're not gonna break the law with it, and it's a budget. So definitely gotta prime and set. So I'm gonna set it. I highly, 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 you set your face before you apply mascara so you don't get black marks, okay? So now that's the teen collection.